Hey everyone, greetings from my 2018 BMW 540D. I am actually taking this on the longest road trip I've ever taken it on since I've owned it. And I haven't done a highway fuel economy video that was based on a higher speed. And I'm also driving in a hilly area, so there's a lot of ups and downs. So I've had the cruise set at about 77 for, I don't know, about an hour maybe. And we're looking at 42.6 right now. So coming up here in a bit, is going to be the first climb up into the mountains. I think it's a couple miles up the road here, one or two more exits, and it's going to be interesting to see how much the fuel economy drops going up the hill. I don't know exactly how many miles. The funny thing about the BMW fuel economy, when you reset it on this screen, it does not also reset the miles. I would have had to separately reset the trip odometer to know how many miles I've got on this particular reset. So I can only just basically guess, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 miles, something like that. So I'm actually thinking by the top of the climb into the mountains, I'm probably going to be looking closer to 40 miles per gallon. It's a pretty significant climb. I don't know what the altitude is exactly once I get there. It's steep enough and long enough that I believe it has one of those signs that says no trucks left lane, or trucks must use right lane, or something to that effect. So I believe there's another exit coming up here in about 3 miles, and I believe the big uphill climb starts after that. So I'm going to be quiet for a little while, and you can enjoy the drive and the view. It's kind of funny here. It looks a little bit hazy, but I actually checked the air quality. It's actually quite good. It's like 33, give or take. So I'm not sure what's up with all that haze there. So yeah, here's the final downhill. I'm going to actually just coast down this hill to try to pop that number up a little bit. But we'll see what we get going up the other side. I think a lot of these cars should actually leave the highway at this exit. This is the last exit that's sort of in a sort of populated area. We get a little bit of a lake there. I don't know if you were able to see that. I couldn't really look. I'm going across a bridge now. So that's going up 43.3-ish. I'm going to resume the cruise. Here's the left lane, no truck sign. So here we go, beginning the climb up into the mountains. The same sun is in the same spot as it was when I was going in a completely different direction. stretch there's a couple left lane campers. So I expect to have some left lane drama when we get up here, but we'll see. I just saw a sign there for Cumberland, Maryland, 64 miles. There was a car I was looking at that was in Cumberland, Maryland. Today would have actually been a good day to go look at it. I look at so many cars, I don't even remember what it was, but I'll probably skip it for now. It might have been something on one of the auction sites. Could have been Craigslist, I don't know. You can hear the thrum/hum of the run flats. For those of you that have watched some of my videos recently, you'll know that I actually ended up replacing all 4 of my run flats. They weren't completely worn down, but I had busted one open by hitting a pothole. So I've got just a few hundred miles on these tires. But run flats are noisy. They're definitely noisy. Now, on this road trip, I'm going to be going to a fairly remote area on a gravel road, so it's going to be interesting to see if the same thing happens on this gravel road as what happened on the last time I made a video about a more local gravel road. I don't know if I made an update on that when I was looking at the brake pads. I did knock a little pebble out. It's been silent ever since then. So it seems like it was just a tiny little pebble, too small to even really see. Okay, so we bottomed out at what, 40.2. So now we're going back downhill. So I'm gonna do a little bit of coasting here. Well, I can't really coast because it looks like it just kind of levels out. So including the big uphill climb, we're looking at 40.2 miles per gallon at 77 miles an hour. Now, obviously, as I keep driving and eventually go down the other side, see there's a runaway truck ramp, so you know that's going to be a pretty hefty downhill. Looks like we still got some more climbing. I'm going to drop down into the 30s, it looks like. So we'll see how this goes. And 39.8 and dropping. Alright, so now we are coming upon what is this? 5% grade. I don't know if that's steep enough for me to just be able to coast. Speed up a little bit. Come over. The car in back of me is speeding up quite a bit. Oh yeah, definitely steep enough for me to coast. So we should easily get back into the 40s for the fuel economy. I'm going to keep my eye out for cops because I think just coasting down this 5% grade, I could probably easily hit 90 miles an hour. Good for fuel economy, but bad if you're trying to avoid a ticket. But it looks like the car in front of me is pacing me, as is the car in back of me. So I'll just keep my eyes open. Generally speaking, you can see pretty far ahead. We got one more mile of this pretty steep downhill. 89 miles an hour. I don't know if I'll hit 90. Starting to level out a little bit. I'll just keep coasting. Didn't quite hit 90. Yeah, you could start to hear a little bit of wind noise once you get up to these speeds. Of course, I'm watching for potholes. Definitely don't want to hit a pothole at that speed. So now, get over this lane. I don't know what these cars are going to do because I am slowing down. I'm going to kind of maintain speed to pass these cars. Hit the, okay, so we got to back up to 41.1. And it looks like at my cruise speed of 77, I will pass this car to my right. Now we're going back uphill again. I'm not too far from the Maryland border. I drive through Maryland to get where I'm going, which is Dolly Sods, Bear Rocks. Highly recommend it if you've never been there and you live anywhere even remotely close to this. It's an amazing place. I do have a couple random videos of driving up there. You can see a little bit of it, but it's just an absolutely amazing, breathtaking place. So peaceful, so quiet. And depending on the day, usually nobody around. It is a bit of a tourist trap. So this Ford that I passed has now decided they want to pass me. And this is just as good a time as any to go ahead and end the video. Just call it 40.7 miles per gallon. That will dramatically drop as I